Hi Scorpio, how are you? This is Janine from Soul's Journey Tarot and welcome to my channel. For those of you who are already subscribed, welcome back. And yes, it has been a while since I have actually posted a video, but I've been quite ill actually, and this is the first couple of days that I've been out of bed, able to stand up. So I'm really thankful for that I'm up and about and on the go again. And as you can see, I'm not in my normal space where I usually am in my office. I'm actually coming to you from my lounge right now. So welcome to my humble abode. And yeah, this is going to be your reading for August 2020. So let's see what is coming up for you, Scorpio. Here you come out. In August 2020, okay, what is it that you need to know? For those of you who don't want to wait while I'm getting the cards out, you can just fast forward for a little bit, a couple of minutes, maybe 1 or 2 minutes, and then I will be seeing you on the other side. For those of you who don't mind, because I don't want to waste anybody's time, I take jumpers from the deck, okay? And also, keep in mind that this is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with each and every single one of you. That's why we have private readings, okay? And I am posting these videos before August, so maybe you would want to come back later on in the month and see if it's going to resonate with you then. And for those of you, sometimes you will see the message in the title for you that it's calling out to you, then that will be a message that is for you. I will also be clarifying for you. I'm using the Witch's Tarot today. We're going to be using the Animal Archangel Oracle deck, as well as the Daily Oracle book. Just a few more. What is it that Scorpio needs to embrace? I'd like to say thank you to the gods and goddesses and the Holy Divine and the angels for being with us in these readings and help us to receive all of the messages with love and lights in our hearts. What is it that Scorpio needs to embrace? What is it that Scorpio needs to embrace for the month of August? Beautiful. What is it? Oh, too many cards, too many cards. Where can Scorpio find their support? I'm not going to take that. Where can Scorpio find their support in the month of August? The Four of Cups seems to be coming out a lot lately, as well as the Ten of Swords. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck currently you have the Queen of Wands, which is beautiful. The Queen of Wands is all about you know, that creative energy. You could have a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius coming into your life, or this can be you embodying that energy at this time, Scorpio. This is also very much you delving into your creativity, being very domesticated as well. I love this because you can see she's kind of draped in like this gold sunny kind of clothing that she has. So I feel that anything you touch can turn to gold. Okay, very, very beautiful, very powerful energy. Also laid back, very domesticated, very caring as well when it comes to her family. Okay, so your current self, Scorpio, we're going to be starting off. It seems as if you got mind on the money and money on the mind. With your current self, with the Eight of Pentacles, it looks as if some of you are working very hard this month. Maybe this is going to be in your love and relationships, or it's going to be in your career. I see it at the moment on finances, where you're mastering your skills and you're working hard on that as well. It seems as if some of you are going to be burning the midnight oil. Maybe you have a project that you need to complete as well. However, you're also going to be retreating somewhat. And it may be that you will be pulling away from situations around you, maybe your home, and spending a lot of time in your work as you are kind of meditating. I know for a lot of us, for some of you also, it could pertain to how you are as a person, where when you got a lot on your mind and you're busy working through the processes of things, then you kind of pull into your work, and your work becomes your main focus, as you are, you know, just coming to terms with things and really registering and taking in things that is happening around you and coming up with plans for daily activities. So I do see a lot of you are also going to be, throwing yourself into your work at this time, but also, excuse me, you're also going to be resting at this time and kind of going to that meditative state where you are perhaps even working alone. All right. Now, the theme of the month is the Eight of Wands, and we have the Death card. So you can be getting in some news as well. Very fast news coming in with the Eight of Wands as well. Very fast action, which is going to be telling you that something is coming to an end. Maybe this is what you've been working on so hard. A project at work that you've been working on, working to complete it perhaps. A contract or something is coming to an end, and you're going to be hearing news about this. That is whatever you've been working on, whatever you've been throwing all of your energy in. It seems as if you're going to be quite successful at this time, Scorpio, as it is coming into an end, and this is going to bring on new beginnings for you as well, and you will be receiving this, keep an eye on your emails, on your cell phones, on your SMS. Maybe somebody's coming knocking at your door, but there's definitely an ending that is going to be happening for you, and it's something that you've been waiting for, which is actually really beautiful. So we want to clarify a little bit. I'm nosy. What is this ending about for Scorpio for August 2020? What is this ending about for Scorpio in August 2020, Spirit? What is coming to an end for Scorpio in 2020 in the month of August? We have the High Priestess in victory. Okay, that doesn't help much. So you're going to know what it is that you've been working on. Spirit doesn't want to reveal it to me right now, but you can pertain it to any area of your life, okay? But it's very, very nice. I love it when it's paired with a victory as well as a High Priestess. This means that whatever it is that you've been working tirelessly on, really creating something beautiful in your life, is you will be victorious over it, and you will be celebrating this new beginning as whatever it is that is coming to an end. And also you're going to be required to follow your intuition with a High Priestess as well. It's going to be important for you to follow your intuition, and you're going to know exactly how to I see you putting on the finishing touches, mostly like working on a project. I'm hearing like catering. I don't know, some of you are going to be doing like a catering project, because I see like somebody who's putting these finishing touches on like a table where there's plates and knives and forks that's been laid out and set out. So it's like something like that is coming to an end, and that's very, very message just for one person, okay? What I'm seeing, what Spirit is giving to me right now. So thank you, Spirit, for those messages and for these visions that I get as well. So this is really beautiful energy. You are definitely going to be victorious, and this is the theme for the whole month. So this is something to look forward to as you come into your power here with the Death card. Fantastic. So the Death card is nothing to be afraid of. This is the end of a project. That you've been waiting for this to come to an end. Maybe for some of you it could be like a work project or a relationship that you've really wanted to end, or begin a new relationship or a new phase where you're taking a relationship to another level. But I really feel it at the moment that this is something that you've been tangibly working on to create and culminate into success, and it really is coming, and it's going to be very, very beautiful, and it's very creative energy as well, and I think you're going to be quite excited about it. I see you kind of looking back and like, okay, where you completed your work, and you're going to be sitting there like, okay, and you're really admiring your work, and other people are going to be recognizing you as well, and they're going to be seeing how hard you've worked on this, and that's just going to give you a major boost, especially if this is in your career. So great things coming. You may even get a promotion, reward, recognition. I'm hearing your name in a newspaper can even be coming up somewhere, so that is fantastic for you. Okay, so next on we're going to be moving on what is your key goal, and for the month is we have temperance as well as the Nine of Wands. So for here, I'm seeing here, Scorpio, that it's your goal for the month is going to be just trying to regain your balance, okay? Try to stay in balance, try to have everything in order. You know, your emotional state as well as your internal state, especially when you're working so hard and there's a flurry of activity, especially with the Eight of Wands. There is a lot. This is very fast moving action. I mean, it's coming in fast at you. You can't really duck and dive this energy. And I'm feeling that when it comes, you're gonna be spiraling into like a activity. There's things that needs to be done, people to see, things to do, that kind of things. But also I'm feeling that it's time for you to set your boundaries up. Very, very interesting. That is very passionate energy with the fire energy that's coming in there with the wands. I do see you being very passionate, very creative at this time. But I do want to know, however, what is it that you need to put your boundaries up for? I can understand where you need to regain your balance. You know, all things in moderation. Try not to be all work and no play, okay? The Five of Wands. Okay, so there can be a little bit of conflict that is coming your way, especially it seems as if somebody might want to stand in your way of you completing a project, or even taking the hard work that you've been doing and, you know, kind of taking that recognition. And I think you're going to be standing your ground and you're going to be saying, oh, no ways, not a chance in hell. I've gathered all of these 9 wands. I've put in the blood, sweat, and the tears. I'm tired and I'm not in the mood for your nonsense anymore. And that is where the Temperance is coming in and really telling you to balance your energies out. Okay, don't give in to the energies of the Five of Wands, because this is where emotions are running havoc, where it usually happens when people are working under pressure. I'm seeing like for some of you, Scorpio, you might be under some form of pressure, like you have a deadline or something, you know, just something that you need to complete that you've been working hard on. And I see passions might be running quite high here, and you're going to stand up and you're going to stand there and you're going to say, you know what, no, this is my baby. I've nourished it. I've worked on it. I'm taking the recognition of it. Thank you very much. You're also going to be standing there and saying, you know what, I've put in all of this hard work. I expect you at least to help a little bit with maybe doing some things in the home. I expect you at least to pull your weight in some areas. And this might even cause some conflict, because you're definitely going to be one to be balancing your energies out with the Temperance that's coming here. But that is your key goal. Your key goal is for you to you know, stand up towards things that's been taking your energy, that's been taking your time needlessly. And especially with the Five of Wands, I think it's kind of like, yeah, you have your back. You're fighting. You're ready for this. You are prepared for them. You're like, you want to fight? Bring it on, because you know what? You have all of the facts. You've done all of the work, and nobody's going to come and take that away from you. So I think that now is a time for you where you're really going to have to come into your power and stand up for yourself and show people that don't appreciate you or know your worth exactly what you are worth, and exactly what and how they should be treating you. Because if anybody has treating you anything less than what you feel is correct for you, you will be putting them very fast in their place, because you do want to try and maintain that balance as well. So all things in moderation. Okay, try not to lose your temper too much, I can see, because it's very passionate. I see a lot of passion here. So try not to lose your temper and actually give into the drama of any fighting and challenges and obstacles. And it seems also that whatever it is that you're working on so very hard this month, Scorpio, there does seem to be a little bit of a challenge there for you, where you kind of need to get other people on board with you, and you need to be on the same page so that you can move things forward. So maybe there might be a difference of opinion, or too many people wanting to do different things actually to culminate this and bring this project to an end. But it's going to be beautiful in the end. Okay, but I do see, try to you know, try to not work so hard as well. Go outside, spend some time in nature, ground yourself a little bit, breathe in and breathe out. Spend some time in a bath, have a luxurious bath if you need to, and just take that time out. Otherwise you might be overstressing yourself, and you might be pushing yourself to a point where you feel like you're going to just explode if somebody just even looks at you skew. Okay, now our obstacle that we have is the Ten of Wands, and this is the end of a project or it's not only the end of a project, this could be end of a very difficult situation for you as well. I am going to clarify this. So why is it an obstacle? Why is the Ten of Swords an obstacle? It can be a very painful ending for you as well, where maybe something you've been working on and you know that this is the last push before it's finished, and then when whatever it is that you finally finish, maybe even it's a relationship that you've been pushing to end, finishing up maybe law papers, lawyers and everything, and then when it's finally over, then you're like, well, now what? Now it's finished. Now it's done and dusted. What am I going to do now? So the ending itself might actually be an obstacle for you as well, because then you kind of will have a sense of you've been so busy and you've been so focused on completing this, whatever it is that you've needed to complete. And I think it's been quite a nagging situation for some of you also. And now that it's finally over, you're like, well, now what? Now you have like that emptiness. But as I see it now, the Ace of Cups come with the Lovers. So yes, this might be for some of you, Scorpio, and it's not going to be for everybody, where there is, especially with the Death card coming in here, where there is an ending to a marriage or a relationship, and it has been quite a painful ending, and you've been working hard on getting this marriage ended, because it feels like you simply cannot continue anymore. If this is not a marriage, this is going to be a normal relationship or any partnership. It doesn't always have to be love and relationships. It can also be friendships as well. But we do have the Lovers, so you could be dealing with the Gemini here as well, but no, it doesn't mean you have to be. Now, this can be a choice that you need to make, okay, where you're ending, but I'm seeing it as you ending a relationship, and this is actually going to make your cup fulfilled, believe it or not, because whatever ending is coming into play, whatever you finally having victory over, it can be that you're going to be getting news that the lawyer's papers or whatever, the divorce has been settled, and now you're finally free of this person, and this is bringing you that emotional fulfillment. However it is in your obstacles, so whatever it is that you're working on, this ending, I see you're working very hard on this ending, and it can be even in your career where you're working very hard on a project and you're putting in all your effort, and it's taking up so much of you, and there is passions is raging, and there's a lot of arguments and fighting where you will be putting up your boundaries and saying, hey, don't treat me like that, don't speak to me like that. You're standing up for yourself, but it seems as though it's quite difficult for you. This is not a very easy ending for you, it seems, and I think that it's taking its toll on you in some way. But once you're able to, okay, it's now ended, it's done and dusted, and you have that moment, it's like even the silence is making a noise, like where there's all of a sudden silence, when you're like, well, now what? And I think that might be what might be difficult for you to get your emotional fulfillment here. So what is it that, give me one more card for this, please, Spirit. So it seems as if this ending is quite difficult for you. But you will be victorious, and you're going to be hearing news about it. No, it doesn't seem as if there's any more news. Okay, Spirit says otherwise. The Ten of Cups, beautiful. So when you are able to, maybe for some of you, you ending a situation and you're actually moving on with somebody else, but it's just putting an end to this old relationship that is quite difficult for you. And I suddenly can't pick up my cards. But when you are able to put an end to this situation, and I mean you have 10 swords in your back, you need to heal. This is not something that's just fly by night. You're working with emotions here and fine print and all those kind of things that's involved. So I don't think this is specifically very easy for you, but you're going to be victorious, and this is going to bring you your cup of love with the 10 of Cups, and you're going to feel emotionally fulfilled as well. All right, so that's definitely what I'm seeing. You're going to feel like you're finally getting what it is that you really want, even if it's not a divorce. You can getting it in another way now. For some of you, you've been working very hard to get the relationship back on track, or working very hard to get a project at work back on track. And it's been a battle where you've had to put your boundaries up and put your foot down and just fight for your survival, so to say. But in the end, the cycle is ending and you will be successful and you will be able to gather together again in unity. All right, so that's really beautiful. So your major accomplishment here is the Four of Wands and the Page of Cups. This is beautiful. This is my marriage cards. So yes, for some of you, and it can also be like that's what I'm saying. For some of you, this might just be for one or two of you. It's almost like you've been through this very difficult time of trying to get your preparations for your marriage, like your wedding day, almost in order, and it's been a nightmare. Like bridezilla kind of thing. And yeah, eventually your major accomplishment is here comes the wedding day, and that is absolutely fantastic. Okay, and we have the Page of Cups here now. The Page of Cups, she's such a darling, right? I usually see this is more of childlike innocence, of excitement, using your intuition, very creative as well. So this is a major accomplishment where you're going to have that light-hearted feeling. You're going to be very celebratory, and I think that's really beautiful to have, Scorpio. I think that you're going to be feeling at the end like, whoo, all that hard work was worth it, and then still some, ne? And here we have the Nine of Swords, which is clarifying it. So yes, I do feel like definitely the anxieties and the stress that you've been having is just going to disappear, and you're going to be able to overcome this stress and anxiety and this worries of whatever it is that you're trying to put an end to, trying to put together the final touches. I think that it has caused you a lot of stress and anxiety and worries, and you've been concerned about, and especially I'm seeing you concerned about what the outcome is going to be. How it's like you're trying to plan everything like ABC in your mind, but the universe doesn't always work that way, and there has come surprises. And I feel that for some of you, you've been very worried about the outcome as well. But do not worry, because the Four of Wands is very stable and secure energy. So you are working towards that stability and that security, and that is overall what you're going to get after you have experienced this energy of the Ten of Swords. Okay, so that's very beautiful. There can also be somebody that is coming in, offering you a new cup of love. There may be children involved as well. So what it is that you need to avoid is the Eight of Swords. And I will show you that card now. I just want to see if there's any clarifiers for the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords is very much being in your own head. And the Hierophant, I'm telling you, this has got something to do with a wedding or a marriage of some sort. Because this is the Hierophant is the wedding card, okay? This is going to church, this is lawyers, this is that higher ups, okay? The people who we answer to. And I'm feeling like you're concerned about this in some way. It's like that formal structure of breaking free or getting into. It's about once the deed is done, it's done. Once the signing is on the paper, it's done. And I see you quite worried about this as well. But the swords are not faced at you. They're all face downward. And you got a blindfold on. So it's almost as if you're having this, and you definitely do have anxiety and stress with the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Swords. But it's you that's not seeing things clearly. And it can have to do with some kind of formal structure in your life at this moment, okay, Scorpio? So I just want to see, is there anything else what we need to know about the High Priest and the Eight of Swords? It's like you've been waiting for something to end so that something can begin. For some of you, you're waiting to get out of a relationship, to get into very fast into a new relationship as well, okay? And the Seven of Pentacles is clarifying the High Priest and the Eight of Swords. So this is you waiting. Yes, that's exactly what I've been saying. It's like you're waiting, and you're almost feeling like you're at your wit's end already. But try to avoid this, okay? Try to avoid getting all up in your head and trying to imagine what the outcome is going to be, because the chances are that you are seeing the worst in this situation, and it's not really going to be all that bad, because you do have the victory card. So you will be victorious. All right. And we're going to be looking here. What it is that you need to embrace over here is the Page of Pentacles and the Wheel of the Year. So this is a new cycle that's coming in, and that's beautiful when we have the Death card, and which brings in the new cycles. And we have the Ten of Swords and we have the Ten of Cups. So I see a lot of ending and beginnings starting for you here, Scorpio. And this with the Page of Pentacles, so you could be getting in some news about finances, or a new beginning in some sort, or maybe a new project that it's going to be quite blossoming and make you excited again, because the pages also, and I mean, we have 2 pages here. These are the messengers. So there's messages coming for you, especially with the 8 of Wands. What you've been waiting for, you're finally going to hear. But I'm also feeling this is a chance for you to change your luck, okay? This is a chance for you for whatever you've been trying to manifest with the Page of Pentacles. Maybe you're trying to, it's like you want to see where to plant the seed. It's kind of like what I've been saying, that when this has all ended, then you're like, well, now what? Well, now the universe wants you to embrace this new beginning and plant the seeds that you've been wanting to plant for so long, because now you're finally free from whatever it is that's been holding you back, okay? I see you cutting the reins and you're finally free. It's just a little bit difficult sometimes to go actually in that transition of ending to beginning. I've been there. It's always difficult, isn't it? So... but it is really something to embrace, is this new beginning and this luck that is on your side. Oh, and here we have the Queen of Wands again. And embrace your creativity. Have a lighter, she's quite laid back and very beautiful as well, and sassy and fiery. So for some of you, it can even be that for the longest of time, you've been feeling quite burdened. And now it's time for you to embrace this new beginning, and it's almost like a new you, where you might even be wanting to go and change your hair and get into a health routine, or do your nails, or spoil yourself in some way, and just have a little bit of fun, because you're going to feel quite vavavoomeish, because you're going to feel this excitement of this new beginning, and you have like this new opportunity. You're open for new opportunities, because you've finished with that part of your life, and you don't need to go back there again. So that's really nice. So where it is that you need to find your support, Scorpio, is for the 4 of Cups. And I'm quite confused about this one. The Spirit, can you please clarify? It's a Strength card. Leo, is there anything else of... Thank you. Sorry. So we have the 4 of Cups. We have the Queen of Cups, and we have the Strength card of where you need to find your support, okay? So there can be people who's wanting to come in and offer you their support, all right? And it might be that you're dealing with a Leo as well, but they're going to offer you the strength, and they're going to help you to secure your emotions. And if I were you, I would trust these people. And it can actually be a fair-haired woman, like a blonde woman that's in your life, can be elderly than you also, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. I'm just seeing like a fair-haired woman, very compassionate, but it's going to be like a pillar of strength for you, Scorpio. It's going to be somebody who you can look up to, and who you can say like, you know what, thank you, you're always there for me. And they're going to be your shoulder to cry on, and they're going to show you where you have this strength, and they're going to show you, it's like they're showing you these new opportunities that is available to you now that you've completed whatever it is that you've completed. So that's really, really lovely. I love that for you, Scorpio. And what is your advice and your encouragement is the King of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. Now, I know the King of Pentacles is very solid, okay? So over here, it also seems as if there might be somebody who's going to be coming in, oops, wrong finger, who's going to be coming in and giving you this very solid advice. Somebody who's very secure in their finances as well. I'm hearing something like... an accountant even, okay, that kind of a person who's very secure, and they're going to be coming in, and maybe with the Page of Pentacles here, where you want to plant your new seeds, and this person is going to say, you know what, well, why don't you invest in this and why don't you invest in that? Somebody's going to be coming in, somebody like that who's got very secure advice for you, and you should listen to them. I just want to clarify, what is the Page of Swords about? The Page of Swords is usually like this little bit of immature energy, somebody who likes to stir the pot, gossiping and spying, that sort of energy. So I just want to see, all right, we have the 10 of Pentacles, beautiful. So we have the Page of Swords and we have the 10 of Pentacles. So the advice that I'm getting from you is avoid the gossip, because whenever you are busy transitioning, like you are transitioning right now, there's always going to be people who's gossiping about you, who's spying on you, who's getting on your last nerve, who wants to get up all up in your business. And this might even be somebody who's affecting your home life in a way, somebody who's, you know, kind of a friend of the family or something like that. But my advice to you is rather just, you know, keep on doing what you're doing and do not worry what everybody else is doing. What you are doing is going to be important for you at this time. And you're going to have these 10 of Pentacles, which is really making you very solid in your foundation at home. All right. So I really love this as you are coming out of the difficult stage, Scorpio. And you just, for some of you, I'm just feeling marriage. But for those of you who are getting married, well done. Congratulations. What is the overall energy for the month for Scorpio in August 2020? What additional information is there for Scorpio in August 2020? Beautiful. We have the 3 of Cups, celebrations. I love this. So this is you coming together with your friends and your family. This is your support group. This is you celebrating this victory that you've had. This victory over an ending, Scorpio. So you tell me in the comments what this is going to be, and how it is resonating for you. But you're going to be celebrating, and I see you're going to be having some fun time, maybe with your girlfriends or even with your family and those who really care for you and who have been there for you. And you're going to be saying the 3 cheers, that something in your life has come to an end and you can finally be free. And I feel like you're going to be gaining excuse me, you're going to be gaining, you know, in some way, maybe even financially. And from gaining financially from this ending, you're going to be able to have this new opportunity where you can look like, okay, what is it that I really want to do with my life from here on out, and how am I going to be moving forward, and where am I going to be investing? Very nice energy. So let's see, what is it, Spirit, that Scorpio needs to know for this a month of August of endings and beginnings. Celebrating an ending in the month of, I almost said the month of Scorpio, in the month of August. And very much so with Leo, and it being August, it's kind of like how the universe has planned everything to culminate, to come to this ending for you. And what is your card? We have Dolphin. Live joyfully in the present. So I'm actually going to, whoops doopsies, read this for you. And here it is. Okay. The wisdom of the Dolphin card reminds you that you are a special, highly evolved being. Throughout your long soul journey, you may not have been faultless. No one has. But that is the past. You are now a light bearer carrying sacred geometric keys and codes from this and other universes. Dance and play and do what makes your heart happy. Your task is to lighten up and be joyful and gracious as you spread your wisdom. Bring through the gold ray of Christ and you will automatically heal others. Also know that no one is perfect, so keep your heart open with understanding and forgiveness. And while I've been reading this, I have this phrase that I feel that I must say to you. Spirit is telling me I must tell you. If you can't forgive the person, at least forgive the situation, so that you can free yourself. And the last message for you, for Scorpio, for the month. Lighten your emotional load and you'll see things more clearly. So that is a very beautiful message, especially when I'm seeing the energy here with the 10 of Swords, to lighten up. Because everything, this ending you will be able to celebrate, my loves. So that's it from me. I hope that you did enjoy this video. If you did, and if something that you would like to do, please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And you can always follow me on my Facebook page, which is Soul's Journey South Africa. And you can always book a private reading with me, and you will find my email in the description box below. Thank you very much, and I hope that you have a fantastic August. Bye for now.